start. Okay, so in this video we're going to learn how to put together our air pump. So it's pretty straightforward. Once we make sure we have all of our parts, you're going to need the air pump, and it comes pre-wired with a little terminal block power port on the end of the wires. You're going to need an air tube. Yours might be black. They come in different colors, and so we usually go with black or brown. You're going to need an air stone. You're going to need a 3D printed pump holder, and you're going to need this special USB power cable. One side of it is just a regular USB-A that you would plug into a computer or directly into the USB slot on your power supply. That's included in the kit. And you're going to see on the other end, it's got a plug that's going to plug directly into the air pump. So this is more like plugging in any other outlet or anything like that. So let's get started. So let's get our air pump and to our air holder. And you know, when you look at your little air pump holder, it kind of looks like a little kind of spaceship, a Star Trek Enterprise type ship, you know, something like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to flip it upside down so that the triangle is facing down, and you're going to slide in the air pump from above. Okay? So that way it just kind of rests right on it. And why you want to do that is because when you attach it to your system, right, that triangle is going to press against the aluminum, and so your pump's not going to give any, and it's tight on the aluminum such that the pump isn't going to give any. Okay. So now that we've got our air pump and we've got it in the system, the next step is we're going to connect our air stone to our tubing. So you just give it a push right onto the little piece of plastic that's inserted into the stone. And then you just simply attach the other part of the tubing, or the other end of the tubing, directly to my air pump. Now your air pump might have something that has a little cable attached to it, because the tubing is slightly too big. So it will mostly hold in place, but we sometimes put a little clamp on it just so that it doesn't come loose, right? You really have to give it a pretty hard tug to get it loose, and then you have to push it back on pretty tight, so that gives it some nice way of not coming off. Okay. And then all that we have to do is take our air pump, and we are going to then plug it in to our USB port. So I'm going to take my USB-A side and I'm going to plug it into my USB power. And I'm going to take the other side, and they just plug right together. And now you should hear your air pump vibrating. Okay. And that's all there is to wiring up the air pump. Our next step is just to attach it to the system and make sure that we get our air stone in the water so that we can get our water oxygenated so our plants can take up the nutrients that are in the water.